Hello, welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine, and this is your weekly reading for November 20th to the 27th. We're going to be taking a look into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. However, I do ask that you please subscribe, click like, and share my videos as well, because it does get me out onto the YouTube platform for monetization, and just allows me to bring you not only more of these readings, but also the Saturday readings. So thank you to everybody who joins for the Saturday readings at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. These are live readings. These are mini readings, so they are not a deep look into the situation, but as deep as we can within the time amount that we do have. For those of you seeking a deeper reading, again, all my links are down below in the description box. I don't know if I actually said that before, but I am saying again, but they are down below in the description box, so they lead to my Instagram, my Facebook, and my website, as well as if you are interested in any of the orgonites that you do see in my videos, they are made by me. So again, you can contact me through one of the links below. Just a quick reminder that on Mondays we have our earth signs, Tuesdays are our water signs, Wednesdays are our air signs, and Thursdays are our fire signs. So let's get into it. Let's begin the reading. I hope you all have an amazing and blessed week. Take care. Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for November 20th to the 27th. We're taking a look into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone. However, I do suggest that you also check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs throughout the week. All right, here we go, and let's get into it. Let's see what is coming up for Capricorn for this following week. All right, for the mind, we have victim consciousness. Okay, for the body, we have inner child, and for spirit, we have courage. All right, here's the thing, Capricorn. Now, remember that these can be either past, current, or upcoming energies. So for some of you, I've heard from people, they'll say to me, look at, you literally hit exactly what I was going through last week. So this is going to resonate, as it lands for you. Okay. You may have already gone through some of this energy. You may be upcoming within this energy. It is really going to, resonate differently for everybody, right? So what I'm actually getting here, Capricorn, is what's coming through first. And of course, we're going to be doing some clarification. But the first thing that's coming through is within the mindset. I do feel, now, for some of you, this could be I feel like Spirit is actually saying here to be really strong. I do feel that for some of you, there may be this victim consciousness that's going on. And again, I do feel that for some of you, this could have been an energy that you had just gone through, or maybe possibly that is, in a current or future state. So when we're in a victim, I can't talk today. When we're in a state of victim consciousness, what can happen is we tend to get into this cycle where we think, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move forward. Why does this always happen to me? All of this, all of these bad things keep going on. Or, it could be even positive things, I guess, to some degree. But usually with victim consciousness, it's going to be in the more negative zone. So it is within that mindset that we tend to get into. Maybe it's even just this place of confusion. What I'm really getting also, too, is within the body. So this could even be within the chakra system. This could be internally. This also could be, because when we talk about the body, for me, it is usually that external. So things that are coming through that may be making us go into a deeper sense of this inner child, clearing up some inner child energy. Spirit is asking you to be strong in order to clear this up, to really get rid of it. It feels as though this victim consciousness, or this victim thought, okay? Now, here's the thing. A lot of people would look at victim consciousness and go, oh, I'm really not stuck here. Or, maybe that, this sounds like a really negative reading, but it's really not. A lot of times we need to actually confront these things that come up. And you know what? Here's the thing. We all carry them. No matter what sign you are, are, no matter what sun, moon, rising, whatever it is, we all carry a sense of victim consciousness within us that, tends to pop up because it's time to be cleared away. It's time to be, let go of. So this could be childhood trauma. And again, it's coming through with this, inner child feeling. It doesn't mean that it needs to come from childhood. It can be, along the path of your own personal life, that we hit the spot that we tend to be replaying cycles in some way. Just the things just keep happening. Maybe it's within relationships, maybe it's within career, maybe it's just, within general, finances, whatever it is. But we do get into this place where we tend to, cycle around and we keep repeating some patterns. And I feel like this victim consciousness. Now, again, this is either something that you have cleared or you've been really working on clearing. Maybe you recognized it and you went, okay, look, this is a pattern that I'm not going to continue repeating. But you also could be in that cycle of just starting to recognize it, or spirit is coming through asking you to please recognize it at this time. Remember, we're not always to blame others for our inner child healing. Yes, circumstances can happen. Sometimes horrific things can happen. But at the same time, how are we handling it? Are we going back into a cycle? Are we allowing, these thoughts and feelings to keep coming through that brings us into this repetition of things happening within our life? Spirit at this time is asking us to have that courage to keep moving forward, to allow ourselves to not only go deep within ourselves, within this inner child, but to really do this clearing and healing in order to prevent this victim consciousness from keep reappearing. Okay. So let's take a look into it and let's go a little bit deeper and see what the tarot has to say in regards to, for clarification, I should say. I apologize, Capricorn, because you guys are usually the first that I start with in the week. So it's like I'm trying to get my voice going. I'm trying to, so sometimes I do tend to stumble upon my words when it comes to you guys, just because I'm trying to, you maybe you haven't talked all week, or not talked, but you know what I mean, like gotten so deep into stuff and you're not saying a whole lot of words throughout the week, especially if you're like me and, I don't go out all that often or really interact unless I'm doing readings. But so I do apologize, because sometimes I do tend to stumble on my words when it comes to you guys to begin with. So yeah, we have this 10 of Cups coming through. I do feel that for some of you, this is in regards to contentment. So when we have that 10 of Cups coming through, this could be in relation to family. It could also be in relation to just that feeling of completion, contentment all over. So it's almost as though you want to get to this area within your life where you're feeling that completeness or that contentment. And I do feel that for some of you, it's almost as though you may feel as though you're hitting roadblocks in some way. It's like, why can't this just go smooth? Or why can't this just happen? Or, why do I keep ending up in this cycle? Or why am I confused always within these situations? And I feel that, again, this is what Spirit is asking you to do in order to reach this level of completement, of being complete and content. They are asking you to go within yourself to really start clearing up this energy. What else is coming through? Yeah, the Hierophant. I almost feel like for some of you, this does have to do with relationships. It doesn't need to be romantic relationships. This can be friends. It could be family. It even could be co-workers. But this is really interesting. I'm almost getting here for some of you, though, what is really also coming through. Yeah, because we've got this Queen of Wands energy. What's really showing for me is that for some of you, you've done a lot of clearing. Some of you might even be in very good and healthy relationships at this time. And I love this energy. Or you're about to head into this energy simply because of the fact that you've done an awful lot of this healing within that inner child. It's like you're not blaming others anymore for your own personal peace and your own personal contentment. You're now looking within yourself and you're recognizing things that maybe you could have possibly, that you did change, or you could possibly change, or maybe it's different outlooks towards situations. Because when this Queen of Wands comes through, this Queen of Fire, this is a very strong energy of having that confidence, of having that, I keep wanting to say the word serenity. You know, I'm looking at this Queen of Wands, and it's not particularly what she represents, but that's the word that's coming up. It's like this place of peace, this place of happiness, being secure and confident within, you know, yourself in order to, you know, for some of you, if you're not in that relationship, again, I do feel that clearing up this victim consciousness, or taking a look as to maybe possibly why you're drawing in the same types of relationships, you know, in because this clearing that up is going to head towards this peace and contentment. But I do feel that for some of you, you might be in a very, very good and strong relationship, or again, about to head into one. Okay. Now, when we talk about, you know, even though that this is for the upcoming week, does it mean that you're going to be leaping into a relationship within this next week? Probably not. I mean, you know, that's going to depend on each individual, but it is saying, look, it feels as though for those of you that are seeking relationships, it does feel as though this energy wants to come through. So it's almost like you just have to release this door, open this door, take a look inside of yourself, see what could be possibly holding it back, and allow it to come through. But again, I'm really feeling that for some of you, you've really done this work, and there has been some courage moving forward. There has been some courage in releasing a lot of this. And I do feel there's a sense of happiness within either yourself, or again, within some sense of relationship here. Look at this. We also have this beautiful, beautiful Empress energy. She's asking you with that inner child energy, you know, with that inner child energy card coming through, and we've got this Empress. This is about nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. I feel like for some of you, it's also recognizing, again, all the work that you've really done towards that healing process, towards that healing journey that you've had to go on, or that you're about to go on. When this Empress comes in, not only is she the epiphany of all of the queens, so she's not only just the Queen of Wands, but the Cups, the Pentacles, the, you know, the swords. She is the epiphany of all of them. So she really embodies all of these queens, and takes that energy and uses it in her own power. So she's nurturing, she's healing, she's very self-confident. She has those energies where she takes things and she's able to give out that loving and protective energy to those around her, but also herself. Okay. So what I'm getting here is, as you're going through this journey, or if you have gone through this journey, this Empress card is coming in to not only help you with this healing, even if there's some residual healing, or even if you've gone through that healing, it's either saying here for you that you have reached the state of that Empress energy, or you're about to head into this Empress energy, but she's also here to help you along this journey. Okay. And now this doesn't need to be just for feminines. This can be for those masculines that are watching as well. The Empress, and really all of the cards, are not really particularly gender based. Okay. They are, you know, neutral cards. They just present a particular energy that's within them. Yeah. We've got this Five of Wands. So for some of you, this has been a battle. Then that Five of Wands comes through. This can represent, you know, difficulties, arguments, some sort of conflict. This could be within yourself. It could be within you, or within yourself, or within others. So again, I'm getting, it's time to really start clearing up that inner child energy. Really take a look deep. This is not an easy process. And if you've already gone through it, you need to truly congratulate yourself for that energy, for allowing yourself to go deep in within yourself. If you haven't, or you're about to head into this journey, this Five of Wands coming through is saying that once you go through, you're going to be able to enter into this Empress energy again, where there is that place of nurturing, that place of healing, that place of loving. And not only within yourself, but you're going to be able to take a look at others in a different light. Some things may not be arguments. Some things may not be conflict once you switch them into that element of love. Yeah, we have that Two of Pentacles coming through. One thing I really like about the Two of Pentacles, it really also, in some decks, he sort of represents, that infinity symbol. So it's not particularly shown in here, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But he also talks about maybe possibly juggling things, things are up in the air at this moment. And this could have to do with some sense of conflict that may be possibly going on around you, or possibly with inside of you. And again, it feels as though once you clear this up, again, that infinity symbol is coming through. Once you clear that up, this is going to be a clearing that is going to be not only beneficial now, but this is going to lead you onto that positive path into the future. This is something that you truly want to embrace. And this is why Spirit is coming through with this energy, why it's asking you to take a hold of those reins right now and really deal with whatever things have been cycling through your life. Okay? Because with that infinity symbol, if we don't clear it up, they can be things that tend to reappear, tend to, present themselves again and again. And once we clear them, we really clear up that cycle. So we have that Courage card. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Look at that. I feel like with that Six of Pentacles, there could be that energy for some of you where you keep giving to others rather than to yourself. I feel like there needs to be a balance put into this in some way, or it could be the opposite. Okay, it also could be the opposite where you tend to perhaps take rather than giving. So this is something that, again, you need to look into yourself and see which energy is being presented. When that Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles comes through, it really talks about giving and taking, okay? And it's asking for that equal exchange. What you give is what you're going to get back, right? But sometimes it can also represent that somebody is, giving a little bit more or possibly taking a little bit more. So take a look around and, take a look again within you. Are you expecting too much from people? That's also a question that can sometimes come through. Okay, especially with the Six of Pentacles. Are you asking for too much from people? Are you asking for things that they're just not able to reach that level of your satisfaction? Or is somebody expecting too much from you? Where they're just basically expecting too much and you can't reach that level of satisfaction. So again, take a look within yourself. We also have, look at that balance coming through. This Justice card. Okay, so when this Justice card comes in, it's really talking about balancing. And this is exactly what I kept feeling with that Six of Pentacles. There needs to be balance somewhere. This even could be within your work life, your romantic life, your home life. Like, are you giving too much towards something that you're, creating an imbalance and an imbalance within yourself, or even possibly within areas of your life? And is it in some way presenting this victim consciousness? Okay. Sometimes we'll sit there and we'll say, I don't understand. And I'm just going to give you, just a very brief example. Sometimes we'll say, well, I can't understand why my romantic life isn't always working out, but yet you're working like 24/7. And Capricorns can be very, very well known for that, right? You kind of get buried in your work. You kind of get buried in your head. You tend to forget to lift your head up and look around and go, oh, okay, there is a world out there, and if you do, it might be momentarily, and you kind of go back to what it is that you're doing. So that could be a part of that victim consciousness. Is what is it that, are you holding yourself back in some way? Are you not allowing yourself to balance this energy in some manner? All right, that's something to take a look at. We also have that Nine of Wands energy coming through. So it feels as though there's a place of defense. It almost feels like you could even be defending yourself against what I just said now. But what I'm really getting here is that with that Nine of Wands energy, you've done the battle, okay? And now you're taking a rest. It almost feels as though you've got the walls up, you've got the barriers up. It's like there's a part of you that it's almost preventing you from going that deep inside, Okay, it's almost as though I don't know if I'm ready to face things. I don't know if I'm really ready to take a strong look at things at this time. But with the cards that are coming through with this Justice and that Six of Pentacles and this Courage card, Spirit is asking you, that this is really the time to do so, to really stop. Okay, take down the walls. You don't need to have these walls up that are protecting the things around you particularly anymore. It's now time to start doing that deep dive into ourselves to create this happiness, this contentment, this, these feelings of peace that we've been wanting and desiring for so long. And again, for some of you, that's already gone through this journey, when this Nine of Wands comes through, it can also talk about protecting ourselves or staying in a place where you don't want any negative energy coming through. It's kind of like, okay, I've done the work. And now I'm going to put the walls up and I'm going to just keep these walls up. And Spirit is asking you just to lower them. You've already done the work. So because you've done all of this clearing, because you've really reached those levels, those plateaus of digging into yourself, these walls aren't particularly necessary anymore. It's allowing you, it's like allow yourself to be vulnerable at this time. Allow yourself this new energy. You can always put the walls back up if you truly need them, but Spirit is asking you to move forward because this sense of peace, this sense of happiness is really trying to come through, or you've already reached this level and you don't really need to protect it anymore. Okay, there's that level of protection, but then there's having those walls up where we're not letting new energy or new fulfilling energy that's, to come through. Maybe you're not ready to take a step into the unknown at this time, but Spirit is asking you to have that courage to do so. So let's take a quick look at relationships and see what is coming through for relationships for you, Capricorn. I'm just going to get the cards. Okay, relationships for Capricorn. So we're going to be pulling 3 cards. This is the Alice in Wonderland Tarot by Lucy Cavendish. We're going to be pulling 3 cards from here and 3 cards from the Selima Tarot that we just used. And relationships don't need to be romantic. Okay, these can have to do with friends, family, co-workers. They could be even just within yourself. All right. First card coming through. Follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. You know what is best for you. Beautiful energy. Second card coming through. Never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words and not being in the now. Ooh, okay. I can see where this is sort of tying into the mind, body, and spirit, section that we just left. So this is investigate. Look closely, ask questions, and think before acting. All right, so what I'm getting here, Capricorn, is I do feel a lot of walls up. I do feel a lot of, like, it's like this protective energy that is around you. I'm almost getting, because we had that Empress energy that was coming through, what I'm really feeling here is I do feel that for some of you, it is really time to take, as it says, take your own good advice. When that Empress comes through, I mean, she's a very smart lady. She's had lots of experience. Again, she embodies all of the queens. So it's really saying, like, you can possibly, you might be one of those people that can really give good advice towards people or towards somebody else. But it's asking you to really start taking your own good advice at the same time. So I feel like this could have to do, for some of you, this is going to be romantic. I feel that for some of you, though, this could be just relationships in general. It almost feels as though for some of you, again, going back, because this was very much inner child type of energy that was coming through. And again, that victim consciousness, I do feel that for some of you, this could be that relationship with yourself or your higher self. So it's also talking about here, promises that never come to be. Remember how we had that victim consciousness? So this is really embodying that. It's, promises that never come to be, empty words, not living in the now. So I do feel that for some of you, I'm actually getting 2 energies coming off of this right now. I feel that for some of you, you could be, trapped in this situation with relationships where people maybe make promises It also could be you, because we had that Six of Pentacles. Remember that give and take. Are you not keeping up to your promises? Okay. Are there people, do you just say things to people to sort of pacify a situation at this time? Or, are you saying things basically because, the desire is there at that moment, but then it tends to be forgotten later on? And I do feel that for some of you, this could be affecting some of your relationships. So again, doing that deep dive into our inner selves is really going to help. Are there things, but here's the thing, is I don't feel that you need to hang on to that energy. I feel like Spirit is bringing it up if this is resonating with you in that particular sense. I feel like Spirit is, bringing it through in order for you to clear it off, just to have that awareness the next time you say something to somebody. Like if you're making a promise, yes, we'll get together next week, but you literally forget about it as soon as the words come out of your mouth, that might be something that Spirit is asking you to start paying attention to, okay? Because not only does this affect our romantic relationships, but it most definitely affects our friends, family, people around us, possibly co-workers, and even ourselves, because we tend to go back into this energy of, oh, right, I forgot. And you kind of feel bad about it, right? Like you get into this place where you're like, oh, I don't know why, I didn't remember. And that can, when that happens to us, if somebody was to do that test, we have to remember that energy of how would we feel. So again, this could be possibly coming from you. It could be coming from someone else as well. So this, for some of you, this might be resonating in the extent of, again, clearing up cycles. Do I keep ending up with people that are saying empty words to me? But do I hang on to those words? Okay, maybe it's time for me to start investigating them. Ask the questions. Okay, and instead of acting impulsively, also listen to the answers that are coming through. Am I getting a genuine answer from this relationship? If I ask a question, okay, if I ask somebody, look at, or if somebody says, yeah, we'll get together next week, and this is a romantic relationship, but, from past experience with this person, are they empty words? Okay, is there that part of you in the back of your head that's going, I really don't see that happening. Maybe it's time to start asking questions, not even particularly of them, but particularly of yourself. Is this somebody I truly want to be with? Is this a relationship that is going to lead into the future? If I'm getting empty promises now, how is there going to be that strong sense of commitment? Are they really going to change? And I feel like that for some of you, that might be what Spirit wants you to start investigating. But this also could be within yourself also. All right. So are you the one that is, giving out those empty promises? Are you the one that there's empty words coming through? Again, no reason to beat yourself up about it, but it is something that Spirit does want you to be more aware of, to pay attention to sort of put yourself into that other person's shoes. All right. This also talks about think before acting. What I'm getting here is not acting impulsively if it is you that, whether it's you that is sending out empty words or whether it's that you're receiving empty words, okay? I do feel that there's listening that needs to come through, and it's interesting because as I'm saying that and as I'm looking at this card, it almost could represent her having her hand to her ear, okay? And listen. Time to listen. All right, what am I listening for? Am I hearing empty words? Am I hearing empty promises? Maybe don't overreact, but really do ask, either the person or yourself these questions. All right, this is something to investigate further rather than possibly acting irrationally. And also be careful with our words. Don't use our words irrationally either when we're making promises, okay? Stick to the promises that we are giving out. So yeah, we have this 10 of Wands coming through. So I do feel that for some of you, as you're going into this deep dive, I do feel that for some of you, you might recognize past issues with relationships that it almost feels like what I'm getting here is like you're saying something. And again, it's not going to resonate for all of you, but I do feel that for some of you, it's like you say something and then something will sit on your shoulders like a weight. okay? It's almost as though you know that you're supposed to do it, or you know so you have to do it. Maybe you said yes, too impulsively, or maybe you made plans too impulsively, but this can be like a weight sitting on your shoulder. I feel like it's time to learn the word no, but it might also be time to learn that word yes. Yes, I can do it. So I'll only say yes to the things that I truly can do, as opposed to the things that I'm just saying that I can, possibly handle, or the things that I can do. But it tends to bring this weight onto my shoulder when I feel that I can't carry out that promise that I made. Yeah, we have this Four of Wands energy, beautiful, beautiful energy, and we have the Hangman. So what I'm getting here is it almost feels as though your own inner peace. Again, maybe more so, but it is going to relate directly to relationships. This could be making a relationship, or by doing this work, this could bring a relationship to a deeper sense of commitment, this deeper sense of contentment, especially with that Four of Wands coming through. It also can bring that deeper sense into yourself, because we're going to go into that Hangman energy. So again, Spirit is asking you, go into the inner self. This is all about contemplation. He's looking internally. He's looking at the things that may be causing some sort of energy of that Nine of Wands, where we feel that wall coming up, but it's also bringing in that 10 of Wands energy. I'm really getting here that it's time to really stay true to ourselves. So again, if we can't do something, it's time to speak it. If we want something done for us, it's time to speak it. All right. Don't allow ourselves to accept those empty promises, because even if, let's say you're in a relationship now, for some of you, and you tend to find yourself dating people that, yeah, we'll get together, I'll see you next week, we'll go for coffee, whatever it is, and you tend to wait, right? Or we tend to wait, or we get into this sense of, are they really going to? Or is, then the next week comes and, you tend to feel forgotten, or, maybe it's not coming through, or maybe you contact them and it's like, hey, you ready to go? And they're like, oh, I forgot, yeah, whatever. If that's a romantic relationship, seriously, we don't need that crap, right? We don't. And what it does is it does put that weight onto ourselves. We tend to put that weight on us. Again, sometimes it's external circumstances, but it's always up to us to, take that look and go, okay, I am releasing this burden. You know what? I'm going to release you from the burden of having that date next week. There you go. I'm releasing you from all burdens, that have to do with me in any way, simply because you can't keep track of your own words, or you're giving out empty promises. So if you're the one that's in the receiving end of that, it's basically saying, go in, really investigate. Okay, when we have that investigate card and we've got that Hangman, it is time to get deep, guys. Time to get deep within yourself, time to get deep within your inner body, within your spirit, within your soul, and really figure out what is going on here. Again, release ourselves from that victim mentality that was coming in, release ourselves from some sort of cycle that we may be repeating. I really feel a Spirit is saying to you, look, we want to bring you to this place of contentment. Again, I do feel that some of you have really gone through a lot of this work, and you may be already in this place of that Four of Wands energy, which is like that strong relationship, happiness. You've put a lot of work in. It's time to enjoy what it is that you have now. Okay, be grateful. Send out the gratitude for what it is that you've received. Okay, so if you are in a very happy and contented relationship, I feel like Spirit is congratulating you on doing the work that was necessary in order to reach that place, or to reach that level. What I'm also getting here, though, is that for some of you, there might be still some work that needs to be done. So let's get a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through for you. So we're going to be pulling 2 cards from the Guardian Angel Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. Right. 2 cards from closing message for Capricorn. Very Yeah, messenger of emotion. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience that could grow into something deeper. You may receive a message expressing feelings that you didn't even know were developing. A social invitation could soon be on its way to you. There's a person involved who's very gentle and loving, only with only the kindest of intentions. It could be you, especially if you're artistic, shy, and sensitive. So again, I do feel when we have that messenger of emotions, okay, this is the Page of Cups. And they're really talking about starting to really go into ourselves, recognize, again, release that victim mentality, release the feelings that were probably or possibly holding us back at some time. And again, if you have already done the work, or at least you've laid the foundation to starting that work, Spirit is encouraging you to keep going, because beautiful things are coming through. Whatever end of the journey you're on, know that at the end of it, there is this reward of these deeper emotional feelings that are coming through, possibly from even somebody else. Yeah, look at that. The Lover's card. Beautiful. Oh, I love it when the cards verify pretty much what I was thinking, or, like what I was feeling coming through. So we have this: open your heart, allow yourself to grow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotional, fulfilling experience for such a long time. And now the time has come. Make your choices by listening to your heart and then following the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant and healthy life. So what Spirit also talks about, so not only is it feeling like you're either, again, within a relationship that is deep and committed, or you're about to head into a relationship that is deep and committed, but it is also asking you, on the other end of that, it is also asking you to start making those choices from your heart. Don't do them out of obligation. Don't, do them because you're basing more things on your head rather than your heart. It's time to really go into those emotions. We've got the Lovers plus that Page of Cups coming through. It's time to really go deep. It's time to allow yourself to be vulnerable. It's time to allow yourself to open your heart. It's time to allow yourself to, fulfill your own cup at this time. Really follow through what is going to bring you your happiness. So I truly hope that has helped, Capricorn. Again, please subscribe, please share my videos, and please press like on the video. I hope you have an amazing week. I hope to see you Saturday, 1:00 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will see you then. Have an amazing week. Many blessings. Take care.